Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us today in this thematic webinar about how to discover the most active European organizations in 3D printing through Kaila. Okay, I know how valuable your time is, and I truly appreciate your interest in exploring how Kaila can help you gain strategic edge when navigating the complex landscape of innovation in advanced manufacturing and especially in such a dynamic field like 3D printing. Okay, before we dive into the demo, okay, let me share with you a little context of the platform. Imagine you are trying to find the right 3D printing initiatives in Europe or identify relevant partners and funding opportunities, but you are faced with scattered and fragmented data across multiple portals and databases. It's hard to get a full picture, right? And that's exactly the challenge we're addressing with the platform, Kaila, turning complexity into clarity. My name is Aranza Bistur, and as the manager of Kaila at Zavala Innovation, I've seen how this platform helps organizations like yours make better, faster, and more informed decisions and in the field of innovation. And what I want to share with you today is not just a tool, but a new way of understanding the European 3D printing landscape or ecosystem. I would say ecosystem. So here is the heart of Kaila. Kaila integrates different European open data sources, delivering actionable insights on funding projects, innovators, key players across Europe. And when it comes to 3D printing, okay, it helps you spot key technological trends, trace how projects are evolving, and identify the most active innovators in that field, in that specific field. I don't mind whether they are research centers, companies, SMEs, public organizations, and so on. Okay, we bring together 76 European funding programs, not only those that are now opened, but also previous periods. Okay, most of them starting from 2014, but we also have data from earlier. Just imagine, okay, knowing where the next 3D printing opportunity lies, seeing which players are most involved in geo-funded projects in terms of 3D printing, or identifying strategic partners for your next proposal. Okay, that's what Kaila enables. It's your smart platform for navigating the European 3D printing landscape and beyond. Okay, so this was just a brief introduction to the platform. Okay, remember we are gathering data, innovation data in Europe in terms of projects, funding opportunities, innovators, and project results. So let's move from imagining to doing. If you haven't registered yet, you can click here, login. The page is kaila.eu, and you have to click on login. I have already registered, so I'll go directly to the home page. But you will, if it's the first time for you, you will only have to provide your name, password, and email. Okay, and you will be able to start using the platform. So this is the home page of the platform, and here in the middle you have a searching box with some tips here to refine your search. It's very similar to Google. Okay, you can type all the words you are interested in. You can place quotes. Okay, if you want those terms to be searched together within the different fields of the database, you can use or as a boolean, even minus. Okay, so for example, 3D printing. Yep. So if I press quotes, as I mentioned before, both terms 3D and printing will be searched together in the database. Okay, if I remove the quotes like this, both terms will be searched together at first instance and then will be searched separately. Okay, but always in one way or another related to the subject. Let's use this. Yep. Okay, just one more thing. Okay, the searching box admits up to 300 characters. So you can do search like, let me copy this. You can type keywords like this, okay, in order to aggregate as much terms as you considered relevant for your search, okay, in order to get a general vision of a specific sector or industry, okay, just for you to test yourself. So again, let's keep on with 3D printing. Then you will land in the area page. Here you can have a quick look at the sector. For example, how much budget the European Commission has allocated in topics related to this field, 3D printing, which are the main programs and sub-programs distributing these funds. Okay, this is, you can click on them to see how many topics in each of the pillar and so on. How many opportunities are open in green? Forthcoming, I mean forthcoming that they are published already on the database in the portals, European portal, but are not still open for submission. And in gray, those that are closed. Okay. If I'm going to give you some tips, okay, to test yourself. If I type, for example, additive manufacturing, the results won't be 3,000, will be more, okay, because I want results that contain whether 3D printing or additive manufacturing. And the results, the graphics are different, okay, just for you to know about it. What else can provide me this area page? How many projects have been funded per year? Okay. Which are the most active countries? Okay, the top 10. Okay, with this podium in here with Germany, Spain, and Italy. Or, for example, a set of interesting heat maps from the point of view of looking for those relevant actors in the sector would be, for me at least, such interesting this heat map here, because this is the map of coordinators, those organizations that have led those projects in the European landscape in relation to 3D printing and additive manufacturing. And the platform provides a detail of this coordination. For example, this organization has coordinated 2 projects in relation to 3D printing and participated in another 4. Okay, so it's interactive. You can zoom in, zoom out, etc. And you have another map, okay, the equivalent map, but with the partners, with those organizations that have not coordinated but have participated in those projects. And at the end, just a summary of those public results that have generated those funded projects, okay? This is just for you to have a quick look at the sector. From now on, it depends on what are you looking for, okay? In this use case, we will be addressing the objective of the webinar, which is looking for those potential partners or those more relevant actors, the most innovative organizations in Europe in relation to this sector. So we can do it from different sides, okay? We have different ways to do it. So the most interesting one, the most direct, okay, it's to go directly to the section innovators. So if you click on it, you will be offered, the platform will be displaying a list of all those organizations that have participated in projects related to 3D printing or additive manufacturing. Okay, it's more than 3,000, almost 4,000 organizations. So the potential of the platform is that it's very easy and very quickly to refine the list. Okay, just by clicking on the filters here on the left, or by adding terms. Okay, imagine that I, instead of or, I leave it like that. Okay, if I don't place any boolean, the platform suppose that your intention is to put an and. So I want organizations that have participated in both projects related to 3D printing and additive manufacturing. So the number of innovators reduces considerably. Okay, less than 1,000. And imagine, okay, I want also that those organizations have participated in projects related to that, and also polymer, for example. Okay, and the risk keep on reducing. Yes, which is beneficial for me because I want uh, those organizations that complies with those specific conditions I need. Okay, and imagine that you need whether to look for specific partners from Austria, for example, or from Spain. Okay, Spain. Okay, and I do need not any profile of organization. I do specifically need for uh, research centers. So you can also filter by the type of organization. And the list, we have changed the dimension of the list from almost 4,000 to 9 innovators. And we can order them by grant received or by number of projects at the top, those that have participated in more projects related to this field or this sector. Okay, you would be able even to filter by program, for example. Okay, I only need partners from that have participated in Horizon Europe, for example. Okay, whatever you need. So from here, we can follow the link and see the detail of this participation in relation to these topics here. Okay, for example, we can see that LISAC has 3 projects out of 2022 projects focused on 3D printing and additive manufacturing and polymer. Yep. When have been performed those projects? Okay, since when? It's not the same that an organization have performed 3 out of more than 2,000, that 10 out of 20. Okay, the proportion of projects, the level of specialization of that organization in relation to a specific sectors or field is important. It's not also the same that an organization has performed those projects recently and still is working on that line of research that have been performed in the past. For example, from 2015 and 2018, for example, and have never participated in other projects related to that sector since then. So it's not the same. So these kind of conclusions are relevant for you when you are looking for that potential partner, supplier, or whatever. So what else? You can also see the list of those projects related to the topic, which are the network of collaborators of LATAT in this case in relation to this topic. Okay, if there are a lot of projects, it's not the case because it's free, or a lot of collaborators, you can follow the link and still working with that list. okay, if it's more extensive. So this is about looking for those potential organizations with experience in a specific field, but with the possibility of filtering, adding other terms in order to focus on that specific list you really need. But this section could be used for another purpose, okay? For example, for analyzing your positioning or the positioning of a specific uh, partner or potential client, okay? How well is an organization positioned in relation to a specific sector in Europe, in a specific country, in a specific region? For example, 3D printing, okay? Let's wait a few minutes, okay? So imagine you or whoever is a research center, okay, and would like to, in terms of investment, in terms of the money that has been invested in relation to a specific sector, okay, we can order by grant receive, okay, and we could say, for example, let's focus on this research center from Spain, CSIC. So imagine that we want to analyze the positioning of CSIC in relation to 3D printed. At European level, is very well positioned because it's in the fourth position, okay? What happens at national level? So then we filter directly by Spain. Okay, it's so the positioning goes to the first place and followed by who? Okay, which are the ecosystem of research centers and at national level? Okay, participating in projects related to 3D printing, and what happens um, at regional level? You can okay doing this exercise at different level of nodes. Okay, and we have it. Okay, you could do it by type of by organization type. You could remove these filters and compare with any kind of organization and analyze this kind of positioning. CSIC is a research center which is a multi-sectorial, multi-technological center, but you could repeat that exercise with different technologies, different sectors. Okay, or even do this exercise by adding a lot of terms, the same as I showed you at the beginning, remember? So let's focus how to find those most innovative, relevant actors, players in Europe related to 3D printing. We can do it by um, looking for those projects, okay? Imagine you need to look for potential collaborators or other relevant projects to do networking with them, okay, in the framework of a funded European project, for example. Then, and you need to contact them with the coordinators or partners from a specific country or whatever. So 3D printing, we could add other terms, okay, the same as I did before. I would focus on those that are ongoing, for example, or maybe those that have been funded but have not started yet. Okay, maybe if I need to do that networking activity in the next 2 months, I wouldn't choose a forthcoming project because they have not even started. So, okay, but anyway, you can focus by the status of the project, even by program. Yeah, if you need to do networking with similar projects or with projects of similar nature, I would filter by program, maybe even by the same by the same cluster. For example, let's digital industry. Okay, 8 projects. So this is the list we need. Okay, if you need a sort list to do networking with other projects or whatever, or if you are looking for those uh, projects with specific characteristics, so this is the way, whether adding other terms to refine the search or adding other terms with Boolean or to get more aggregated data, or by filtering using these filters here on the left. And anyway, you can order them by starting date. For example, those more recent at the top, or by trend, those more that have more budget at the top, for example. Okay, you can follow the link, explore the objectives and the partners. Okay, here this the interesting point here. You can have here the partners. You can work with the list of the partners of each of the projects, filter by country. Okay, I am from Germany. I need those partners from Germany that have participated in this project in order to do networking with them, but at local level, for example, could be okay. That's use case maybe you are interested in. And if the project, which is the case, have generated also public results, you have the possibility to explore one by one. Okay, this management communication plan, this milestone here, the deliverable with the list of the materials that have been tested, whatever. Okay, if they have been published, you will find it here. Okay, just follow the link. Okay, if there is a description of the result, will be offered here. Okay, which is usual. And if you want to consult the complete deliverable, okay, you can follow the link directly to Cordis and download the PDF in PDF, check it online or whatever. So this is about finding those specific partners through the projects. There is another way to find these potential collaborators, yeah, which is about 3D printing, funding opportunities, about through funding opportunities. Imagine you submitted a proposal to a specific, to a specific topic, and you didn't get it, or you have been looking for opportunities that are open or forthcoming. You have the possibility to do it from here just by filtering by status, for example. But imagine you would like to do a positioning activity. Okay, who are the actors participating in the past in those topics you are interested in? Who were the coordinators? Because you could do a positioning a commercial activity with them, contacting those coordinators in order to consider you for future proposals, for example. Okay, how could you do it? Focus on closed. Yeah. 7 fun opportunities related to 3D printing. You could select all of them. I mean, reduce to Horizon Europe. Okay, you can remove the filter and widen the possibilities. But just as a use case, focus on Horizon Europe. Select all of them and then do merge. If you merge, the platform will be offering you all the projects that have been funded in those closed topics. So this provides you with very relevant info, common success factors, what have been covered up to date, what could you do your added value in future proposals, and so on. Even results. Okay, if you are preparing a proposal for an open topic, you can explore funded projects in search for those exploitation strategy, management and communication plan, the data management plan. Okay, so it's a good source of inspiration for you. And this is the key point in relation to looking for those innovators in the field. the list of participants. What can you do with that? Follow the link and explore the whole list and filter, or for example, download the Excel with a list. This is something I usually do. Okay, I don't know if it's open. Yes, we have it here. This is the 150 organizations, and firstly, I would focus on coordinators. Okay, this is the column for coordinators, and okay, there are not many options here. Yeah, and this is the list organizations that have coordinated projects in relation to 3D printing under the program Horizon Europe. So you could contact them. Okay, are you thinking about coordinating another proposal in the future? Please contact me because okay, I could offer that or this for that topic. Okay, so this exercise could be really interesting, or you could, for example, focus on organizations from your country. For example, okay, there are 12 participants in past topics participating in projects that I am really interested in. Okay, so you could contact them for any purpose. So this is another way of looking for those innovators. And what could you do not to miss any new innovators, players relation to the field in the future? Okay, you have functionality alerts. Okay, and we are going to add a new alert related to or additive manufacturing. So press enter and you can select any of the fields. Finding opportunities and innovators. Okay, imagine. So please send me an email once a month. Okay, and save the alert. You can at any moment edit the alert if you need it, or remove or whatever. Okay, but with this alert active, you will be receiving emails with news related to innovators that have participated in projects related to the field or new funding opportunities that could be an opportunity for you to submit your proposal. Okay, and this is more or less the how to use the platform with the purpose of get traceability of all those innovators that have experience in the field. Another section I have not mentioned you is the one here, no? Okay, 3D printing. This is something you can do. You cannot do with the funding and tenders or correlates, and it's to look for directly look for public results. Okay, related to specific technology sector keywords. You will find it here, news, summaries, deliverables, project reports, final reports, etc. That's more managerial, general, and technical info related to the field. Okay, so just as I mentioned before, follow the link, explore the description of the results, and if you want to know more, just follow the link here on the left and explore it online or download the PDF. So I think we have explored more or less the essence of the platform, a focus in this specific use case related to 3D printing and additive manufacturing. If you would like to explore more in detail the platform, if you have doubts, you need to you would like to act for a personalized demo for you or whatever, just go to get the demo, fill in the form, or you can even contact us through this support form. Okay, I encourage you to start using the platform and explore the possibilities of it. And thank you all for attending today to this webinar about 3D printing, and thanks a lot. Bye bye.